just happened in Yeoncheon? A quiet military base, guarded and orderly, suddenly turned into a scene straight out of a dream. People froze mid-step, hands covered mouths, some cried, others shouted his name as if they'd waited a lifetime. And just like that, Jimin stepped back into the world. No cameras were officially allowed, no confetti, no stages, no red carpet, just a man in uniform walking out of duty and back into a spotlight that never once stopped shining on him. But here's what's crazy. While Jimin was away, serving his country like every Korean man must, he never left our hearts. And the numbers? They say everything. Let's go back a little. While most idols vanish from public rankings during their military service, Jimin was busy making history. In the K-pop Global Idol poll, K-Doll, Jimin just landed his 193rd consecutive #1 weekly win. Not once, not twice, 193 times. That's nearly 4 straight years of being the undisputed favorite. And it's not just weekly votes. His name dominates every single metric. Most daily #1s, over 1,260 times. Most monthly #1s, 44 months. Most birthday votes, a jaw-dropping 2.6 billion hearts in one day. Cumulative votes, over 18.5 billion. That's 6 billion more than second place. Let that sink in. That's not just popularity. That's a movement. This wasn't a case of fans remembering him out of nostalgia. No, this was millions of people actively showing up every single day to say one thing: we haven't forgotten, we're still here, and we still love you. And they weren't just tapping a heart on an app. They were organizing, setting reminders, waking up early, coordinating across countries and time zones. Jimin stayed at the top. That kind of loyalty? That kind of love? It doesn't happen often and almost never lasts this long. But then again, Jimin isn't just any artist. He's the one who once said he worries if he's doing enough, the one who always bows the lowest on stage, the one who gives everything in every performance until you can feel the emotion in your chest, like it's your own. Jimin connects, not just with his voice or his dance, but with his heart. And that's why, even while wearing a uniform and out of the spotlight, he was still on top of the world. Now, he's finally back. Imagine the emotions he must have felt walking out of those military gates. 18 months of silence, of solitude, of living like everyone else when the entire world used to scream your name. And now, walking back to a world that hasn't just waited, but has celebrated every single day you were gone, that's not a return. That's a resurrection. And the timing couldn't be more perfect. Jungkook walked out with him. Suga is next. Jin, J-Hope, they're already back. The whole group is almost reunited. Big Hit says no special events were planned for the discharges. They asked fans not to show up to the military sites to keep things safe and quiet. But fans didn't need a formal event. They celebrated in their own way, with subway ads, light shows, fan edits, streaming parties, and tears shed alone behind screens all over the globe. Because this is more than just a comeback. This is the return of hope. Now the question on everyone's mind, what's next? Will Jimin drop new music? Will BTS reunite on stage soon? We don't know exactly. But what we do know is this: he's stronger, he's wiser, he's ready. And he's coming back to a world that's been holding its breath for him. So if you felt like something's been missing over the past year, if your playlist didn't hit quite the same, if the stage felt a little dimmer, the nights a little quieter, take a deep breath, because that void, it's about to be filled. Jimin is home. And this time, the story is just beginning. Don't forget to like, share, and comment the moment you fell in love with Jimin, or the memory that stayed with you through it all. This comeback won't just be historic, it'll be personal. See you in the next one.